Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid and another morning ramble. It's rainy and drizzly out here this morning, but it certainly is not dreary, and that is because I have been inspired, and I hope that the short story that I share with you here this morning can inspire you also. You know, when we think about inspiration, I like to watch movies that are based on true stories, that are inspired by true events or real people. I like to read books about real people who have overcome challenges. The people that inspire me, or the situations that inspire me, are not the people for whom things just seem to come easy, for whom things seem to come natural. Because if it comes easy, really, where's the worth? In my life, in my own experiences, I've found that the most important things are the things that are kind of difficult to obtain, the things that require a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time, that maybe bring the most challenges into our life when we try to pursue these passions or these objectives. If it comes easy, it's like, you know, I've shared this in other videos, it's like, what's a house worth if somebody gives it to you? But now if you're the one that saved for years and cleaned up your credit and worked very hard to come up with that down payment to go out and buy that house, well, it means a heck of a lot more to you than if it were just given. At least that's how I see it. So with all this in mind, I want to share a story with you. This story is it was a letter left in the form of a comment on one of our videos yesterday. Now, if you subscribe to our channel, if you follow, and especially if you watched yesterday's morning ramble, where I talked about the most dangerous lie we all believe, which is the big lie of the little I can't. Well, I can't, for instance, it's raining, so I can't come out here and do the morning ramble today because it's raining, I don't want to get wet. That's an excuse. The little I can'ts are it's a big lie. We all believe it holds us back. You know, for me, I like to run and exercise. If I say, well, I can't run today because it's raining, that's a lie. So when I talked yesterday about this, I mentioned one of our subscribers here on YouTube who goes by DJ Govan. I've since learned it's a lady whose name is Dawn. I knew she was in the UK. Dawn had shared, and Dawn inspired that entire talk yesterday about the little I can'ts. And Dawn inspired me to talk about that because yesterday when I made that ramble, it was Guy Fawkes Day in the UK. Dawn suffers from physical challenges. I'm not going to call them disabilities, and I'm not going to say that Dawn's disabled. And in her own words, at the end of this letter, you're going to see why I refuse to give her that label. And it's because Dawn refuses to give herself that label. But she says it in a much better way than I can say it. So I've written down key points from her letter because she wanted me to thank our community here at Homesteading Off the Grid. Many of you saw the video, you heard Dawn's story, you told her that you hoped she would have a good time at Guy Fawkes night. It turns out she did, and I want to share part of that night that she had with you here this morning, because I got this last night. I read this before I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was up hourly because I was excited to come out here this morning and spread this amazing, good, and inspirational news with you. So Dawn, I don't know what her specific ailments are, but I know that she is, from what she's told me in comments, she has a hard time with mobility. She has a hard time with movement, at least with controlled movement. She has tremors. She shakes. She uses a walker, a wheeled walker, to get around, and she moves very slowly. She mentioned in her letter that she did go forward with accepting. She had some friends who invited her to go out with them for Guy Fawkes night. It's some friends that had some young children, a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. And Dawn has mentioned in the past that she always uses her afflictions, her physical condition, as an excuse to not do much of anything. She rarely leaves the house, and often she rarely leaves her bed. She uses that big lie of the little I can't. And guys, with her condition, I mean, I know I personally would be guilty of using that condition of limiting myself to do just about anything other than maybe staying home and staying in bed. But Dawn committed to go to Guy Fawkes night with her friends and their children. She went. She said it took her 3 hours to get ready. She layered in 5 different layers of clothes. She had to scrub the grime and the mud and the dirt off of the wheels of her walker. But she went. And I made notes of her letter here, and I want to share this with you. She watched her friends' kids play the carnival games like Hook the Duck. She enjoyed their excitement as their daddy won them small prizes. And she mentioned that she let these two children pick out little small gifts for her to buy them so they would always remember the night of fireworks. She said she got to see the most amazing, jaw-dropping fireworks ever. She danced with her walker. People were dancing and she wanted to dance too, so she danced with her walker. She said it was an awkward dance partner, but she danced. She turned, this is my note, I wrote this down. She turned her prolific pain into poetry and prose. She said that she found that with the trimmers, an interesting thing with her trimmers is that you can make the most beautiful sparkler design simply by trying to hold a sparkler steady. So the kids had sparklers and she was lighting off sparklers with the kids, and she just tried to hold it steady, and she made the most amazing designs of them all because of her trimmers. She said, and this is poetic to me, but it's written as prose. And these are just her words free-flowing. She said, when you let go of the can'ts, amazing things happen. My trimmers did not give up. My balance was bad as ever. The pain was still there, and my speech was not great. And I'm exhausted now, and tomorrow will probably be a write-off day. Again, she was writing this to me last night after she got home. But you know what? It could have been like this had I stayed home. Tonight, I got to laugh out loud, dance badly, and smile until my face ached. I got to be filled with wonder at the beauty of the fireworks and the support of good people. Again, Dawn wanted me to thank everybody here at the community with our YouTube channel, everybody who chimed in and gave her words of encouragement before she went. And she ended by saying this, and this is so powerful. She said, from a very tired but happy person with disabilities, but who is not disabled by them. Tonight, I will say goodnight, and I will see you in the morning. So, Dawn, as you watch this in the morning, your time, of course, you're 5 or 7 hours ahead of me, so it's probably going to be early afternoon by the time you see this. Thank you so much, not just for letting us know about the wonderful time you had at Guy Fawkes night with your friends, but thank you so much for going in the first place. I can't imagine, I can come out here and I can walk around all day, and if I get rid of the little I can'ts in my life, I can come out here and run all day. And so often I take these abilities to walk and to run and to sit and to stand and to pick up my son and to pick up my wife, and I take this stuff for granted. And then someone like you comes into my life and you share your amazing story with me. I would be robbing the world not to come onto my channel and share your amazing story with everybody else who's willing to listen to it. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for going to Guy Fawkes night. Thank you for having an amazing time. But most importantly, thank you for refusing to be disabled by your disabilities. Your words, I call myself a writer, your words are more beautiful and more powerful than anything I ever have or anything I ever could write. So, Dawn, I know I speak for myself, and I'm sure I speak with a lot of folks here in our community. We hope you have many more amazing days and nights like the one you had last night at Guy Fawkes, okay? Anything else I say from this point on will merely diminish the powerfulness, the amazing magic that came from Dawn and her experience and her words. So this is a challenge for me. I'm going to shut my trap, and I'm going to move forward with my day. And I hope each and every one of you who see this message move forward with your day more in a more inspired fashion. I mean, look at Dawn, look at her life, and look at what she did last night. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you so much. And thank you to each and every single one of you who are here with us on our channel. Be sure to tune in for more next time. And I'm going to give you a beautiful, drizzly, but definitely not dreary parting shot of our homestead here this morning. And we'll see you next time.